Hi, I'm Morgan Trummel. This is Alan. This is Drew. Today we're going to be talking about some AFC and NFC contenders, specifically who can make the Super Bowl this year. We're going to start with Drew. What are your takes?
For the AFC, the choice is simple. It's obviously the Chiefs. I think the only other team that could possibly come close to them is probably Buffalo, but they're not there yet. We saw that twice last year. Mahomes is obviously, he's got the X factor beyond his physical talent and his mental talent. He's just got that something about him that makes him great in the AFC. Maybe not as much against the NFC teams, but there's just something different when he plays like in division and stuff like that. And in the NFC, it's a bit of a harder choice simply because I would like to be original and not just pick a repeat of last year's Super Bowl. So I actually believe that the New Orleans Saints have a legitimate shot at surprising people. They've kept most of their roster from last year, aside from a few key pieces, namely Drew Brees, but they have younger quarterbacks now whose bodies aren't breaking down. They could take like a Tebow-like approach with Taysom Hill, or they could run it in tandem with Jameis Winston, as well. So I believe that the Saints could really surprise some people and be like a late 2000s New York Giants type team that sneaks in at the wild card, but then really surprises a bunch of the Titans of the NFC.
Alan?
Yeah, I think those are two very good picks. Obviously, we already know the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, and everything. I'm going to take a hot take here. I think the Cardinals are going to make the Super Bowl. I mean, you look at who they have. Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins. They got maybe a slightly washed up A.J. Green. I mean, this is an offense that's really, really dangerous and capable of making some noise, not to mention they have a pretty good defense too. So I think the Cardinals have a legitimate shot at contending for the Lombardi Trophy.
NFC teams? Any NFC teams?
That is the NFC team.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so my picks right now, I'm going to go AFC. I'm going to go Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns, Baker Mayfield. Their running back duo, Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb. Those two have looked elite over the past few years. I think they just are absolutely in sync, in tandem. I think they're just absolutely amazing. And for the NFC, I'm going to go with the Buccaneers. Nobody said it yet. I'm going to say the Buccaneers. Buccaneers are the best team there. Tom Brady's going to pull something out of nowhere, and he's going to go to the Super Bowl.
We got a caller here. You're on the line with Morgan, Allen, and Drew.
Hey, Morgan, Allen, and Drew. I'm just calling in here. I was wondering, what are your thoughts on the Dolphins? I feel like they got a good shot with new head coach Brian Flores. How do you think they're going to turn out this year?
All right, thanks for your call. For me, the Dolphins, I think they could be a dark horse, but the AFC East is very tough this year. The Bills, I think, are the easy pick to win the division. That we don't even know what the Patriots are going to do. And, the Jets could be a little pest, but, but I just think that they're maybe one step away from actually contending. And I think that step is the offensive line. So Tua, obviously very injury prone, but he's quite talented. And I think he can be a Jared Goff type quarterback for them like he was with the Rams. But the offensive line just needs to get better, and they need to resolve the issue with Xavier Howard before they can fully come together as a unit and, push through the AFC.
Yeah, I agree with you somewhat. I think that the Dolphins are AFC East contenders. I mean, you look at who they got out of free agency. You got Will Fuller, who's a speedster wide receiver. You drafted Jalen Waddle, who's going to be a star in the NFL. I mean, those two are going to create quite a dynamic duo, and I think this could be a potential dark horse AFC East contender. Now, I don't think that they'll be able to overtake Josh Allen, but I do think that they have the tools to overtake him and make the wild card round.
I mean, I am not a Dolphins maniac. I like the Dolphins. I think they have something going for them. But I've seen enough clips and footage from Tua to see that Tua has the potential. And I think if Tua can do what Tua can do, if he can go Tua mode, as I like to say, then I think they do have the chance at the AFC East Conference. I think that they have a great shot. I think they're a dark horse. I think they are somebody who can do it.
Yeah, it's just I think they're just a little bit too. It's a combo of young and like one step away. It's not a bad thing to be young because the only issue is that in your own division you're stuck with another really talented young team that's already proven that they can win, and I think that's just the only thing holding the Dolphins back is just the inexperience and then being against a team that's equally as inexperienced, but they've proven that they can make a deep playoff run.
Well, that's all the time we have today. Thank you for joining us. I'm Warren Trummel. This is Alan. This is Drew. And I hope you guys have a nice rest of the day.